Video.
Video start. Okay.
I met this guy in Spiti Valley while I was there with Akash. Yeah. So I thought like he's just coming by bus hitching something, but then I realized this old guy is pedaling his cycle all the way from Shimla. Yeah. And I out of curiosity I asked his age. He said 53. I said shit. My father doesn't go to buy bread, on a cycle, and he is doing such a long way.
This is my second trip to Himachal Pradesh.
Yeah.
And the first was 10 years ago.
Okay.
And it was a special trip for me because my sister was killed in an accident in Chitkul in Sangla Valley. And way in New Zealand, I had no idea where Chitkul was, where Himachal Pradesh was, and it was very difficult for me to be able to come to terms with her death. And a friend, a good friend, suggested that we do something crazy, and he said, "What have you always wanted to do?" And I said, "Well, I'll go and see where my sister was killed," and that for me was very special because it was able to put the pieces together for me. So we did that, and so that was my first trip, and we went in and saw the valley and got pretty close to where the accident happened. So it was, as I say, very special for me, very emotional, and it actually ended up being quite spiritual. I just connected with the area. I mean, the mountains and beautiful scenery, and it wasn't the India that I was expecting to see. It was out of this world. It was a cross between Switzerland and a bit of New Zealand, and but it was just the scale and the mountains, and it was fantastic. And at the end of that journey, we had a couple of days spare, and took the opportunity to go to Nako, and of course climbing the hill up to Nako, and then looking out into this amazing moonscape of the Spiti. And I said, I'm going to come back and do this. So it's taken me 10 years, and 10 years older. It would have been easier if I'd been 43. But, so we've done it. So this is the end. I mean, we're sitting here in Manali now, and so again, Shimla.
Can you describe the route?
Yeah, flew into Delhi and had a couple of days there just to, get rid of the jet lag and acclimatise, and just started cycling from there. So Shimla, Nakanda, Rampur, Tapri, Rikongpu, Spilo, Poo, Nako. So that's Kannur and into the Spiti, and felt really special going beyond where I'd been before, and it was all new. And of course, I've spent these last 10 years looking at the internet and Googling Spiti and seeing the photo of the key monastery and the big valleys, and to actually be there, and take those photos. The trip has just been, a lot of people said, people in New Zealand said, "Oh, why are you going by yourself?" And I, I suppose other people, travel in groups and things, but it was a special journey to me. It was my pilgrimage back to, as I said, somewhere that I feel very, I have a spiritual, I'm from the other side of the world, but I still feel that I have a very spiritual connection there, and I still think my sister is part of her, is in that valley. So it was special for me to be able to do it by myself, and the other side of that is that it's created wonderful opportunities. I think when you're travelling by yourself, people, you meet people more easily, and people will see you by yourself and come up to you and say, what country are you from, and why are you here, and it's fantastic. It's really intimate travelling. It's not just, you see some groups in a taxi and there's 5 of them and they're just bang bang, and okay, that's their travel. But for me, to do it on a cycle, when you can hear everything and you're going slow enough to be able to see everything, you can feel the gravel under your tyres and the people on the side of the road, through the Spiti, Jule, some of the most, if you're cycling, it happened 2 days in succession. The first going up to Dunkar Monastery, and the other going up the Pin Valley, just above Sagnam. And it was 12 o'clock and I was cycling along, and I passed a road crew, just road workers, a crew and they said, stop, come. So just complete strangers welcoming me, chapati, rice, dal, chai, and taking a photo, and that wouldn't have happened if you're travelling in.
Exactly.
So it was very. I just can't say enough. Everyone's been so wonderful and so hospitable, and then to meet you guys, it was just, that was nuts, So we come over the top of Kunzumla, which was a biggie for me. That's the highest I've ever been. Although we did go to Comic, but I didn't have the cycle then. I took a motorbike, but to that trip. So going over top of Kunzumla, and then down the other side to Batal, and then to Chatru, and there's nothing at Chatru. There's 3 stone darbas, and it's a darba, it's a restaurant, and it's a dormitory. So it's all in the one. And then you guys, and I'd noticed the cycle, another cycle, the guy from Denmark,
the Denmark guy.
Denmark guy, Henning.
I met him by the way.
Yeah. And then you and Akash, and we just got talking, and yeah. And then Praveen was there.
Yeah.
He was. We were.
And then you.
Oh, that was crazy. That was. Praveen's there, and he was. We were playing Karam.
Okay.
And
Rani.
Yeah, Karam. Yeah. Praveen was able to get Rani in the. So he was pretty good. And the next day I was going to go to the next village, which is Koksa. And I'd loaded my bike up, and I'd got all my shoes on and my top on, and then I said, we went to say goodbye to Akash and yourself and Praveen, and he just casually mentioned that he was going to go up to that over the Homta Pass, and I said, well, he's going to walk to Manali. It's ridiculous, 40k. Up over the Homta Pass, and I said that would be amazing, and he said, well, why don't we do it? So what do you do? How often do you get that opportunity? Today I think I'm so lucky. I woke up and Praveen, whom I met last night, said that he was casually going to walk to Manali today over this pass. Perhaps I'd like to come.
say hi.
So I did. So yeah, it was fantastic.
Just tell us about your perspective on being an athlete, still being an athlete. You run the Ironman in 1990, right? And still I think you can run another Ironman now. So, I mean, we want to know your perspective.
I'd hardly call myself an athlete, but I suppose I'm lucky. I'm lucky enough to still have my fitness and touch wood. And it's a wonderful. You take it for granted. I think you can take it for granted, and I think if you set yourself goals, then in everyone can set themselves goals, and I think if you're able, keep using your body, keep enjoying life, and do the crazy things. Life's too short to sit there and have regrets. I was umming and ahhing. I think, this is ridiculous going over this pass with Praveen, and I think, well, just do it. Just do it. Live as just take those opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Just really explore this a beautiful country. This is just amazing. As I say, 10 years ago, I never expect India to look as beautiful as this. It's stunning. I think it's fantastic, and again, everybody. Some people think, yeah, that's good to do it, but I mean, look, I'm lucky. I'm lucky to be, still be fit, and but there's plenty of people that can do this, and plenty of people, and I don't care whether you're 43 or 53 or 63. Just do it. Set yourself a goal, and a challenge. And that's what it was. I think it was a challenge, and doing it by myself was a challenge. And like any challenge, the harder it is, or the greater the effort that's required. If you can meet that challenge, the greater the rewards. And but for me, the rewards are different, more different than reaching the top of the Kunzumla. My rewards are, meeting you guys, and all of a sudden having, 7 adopted Indian sons. No, seriously.
Honestly.
It's
amazing.
It's and that to me, the one thing that I'll take, one of the things that I'll take away from this journey is the friendships and the relationships, and whether it's the locals, or whether it's the couple from South Africa, the guy from Serbia. Everybody is.
I won't pay you for those card rules. Huh?
No,
never-ending card rules.
Well, we got to the end of it.
He'll always come up with a new rule.
I did win though, didn't I?
the rule depending on his cards.
I took all his cards.
Yeah, so
Tendulkar.
Martin Crowe. Kane Williamson.
But
McCullum.